Gözümüzü şu manzarayla açmak da ne kadar güzel ya. Of of of of of. Neyse, yolcu yolunda gerek. Gidelim Roç. Roç baba. Mutasyonlar ve büyük usta F-Sünger teçhizatı. Blood and Wine eklentisinde yeni hünerler açmak için ilave F-Sünger mutasyonları geçirebilirsin. Pek yakında sana oldukça ilginç bir mektup teslim edecek olan bir ulağa rast geleceksin. Mektubu oku ve mutasyonlar hakkında daha fazla bilgi edinmek için profesyonel Mareo'nun hikayesini araştır. Tuzant nasıl okunuyor işte? Tuzant benzersiz kalitede F-Sünger teçhizatı imal edebilen bir usta zanaatkarın yaşadığı söyleniyor. Dahası bu olağanüstü ekipman setlerinden birinin tüm parçalarını gerek özel bonuslar kazanabilirsin. Pekala. Bakacağız. Önce bir mektup gelsin de.
Get used to the way you knights talk, especially how you switch back and forth between flowery and, well, near normal.
We are knights errant, in the service of her gracious magnificence. When we appear in her name or speak on her behalf, we are bound by tradition. No one here. They must have removed the body already.
Let's look around. Make sure they didn't miss anything.
At bir dur kurban olayım. Neyi tekleyip durun ya. Kalktırıp durun beni. İşte. Vız vız vız vız vız vız vız vız vız vız vız.
Hobnailed boots. Multiple sets of prints. Ducal guard clearly. Let's see where they went.
Bak bakalım nereye gitmişler reis.
Walked along the shoreline.
Perhaps the body lay on the bank.
Got guests.
Bu ne lan leşkil. Aa bak yeni yaratık var. Ya tabi diğerinin şeyleri. Yandan yemişi. Biraz güçlüler sanki ha. Biraz güçlü müsünüz siz? Anam patlıyor mu bu? Abo. Kaç kaç kaç. Ulan patlıyormuş lan. Dur lan vurma. Dur. Öldüm. Kavat. Please help. Patla. Sen de patla lan. Allah patlıyor. Sen de patla. Gitme gitme.
Drawn here by the smell of blood. Let's keep looking.
Şöyle incelesene ha.
Taken by the current ends up in these shallows.
Yes, the stench is fierce.
Yes.
Junk that came down the river.
We must keep searching.
Tamam devam ediyoruz reis dur.
Blood. Guardsmen pulled these nets out of the water, then cut the mutilated body free. Gonna dive in, make sure they didn't miss anything. Silk kerchief, monogrammed DLC. A noble's accessory clearly. Need to
DLC bak oraya göndermişler DLC'ye kendi oyun içinde. Güzel. Araştır şunu da.
Blood. Guardsmen pulled these nets out of the water, then cut the mutilated body free. Look, a boat was launched here. Guardsmen must have loaded the body parts onto it, taken them somewhere. Need to find out where. I'd like to look at the corpse before it starts to decompose.
The inn. Its patrons must have seen the guardsmen, which direction they took. We should ask there.
Seems we've got ourselves an audience.
You think this surprising? The locals will tell the children of children they do not have yet, of the day a quartered corpse was pulled from the river.
One thing. Found a handkerchief in the water. Monogrammed DLC. Mean anything to you?
Delacroix? It cannot be. Was it he the beast slew?
Seems so. Knew him well?
Long past. We were close friends once, but our paths diverged. He was a man of extremes, standing by his companions no matter the odds, fighting his foes to the bitter end.
Foes? You have a lot of them?
He did, but I do not see what that has to do with the beast. Ah, Geralt, you've struck a raw nerve. Memories of a time long past, to which I'd rather not return now.
I understand. We can talk later. Let's go to the tavern.
Hadi gidelim
I shall
reis.
have to leave you soon. Return to court.
Barely got back to Toussaint.
A knight in the service of Her Illustrious Highness knows no rest. In fact, I'd feared I would return too late to fulfill my duty. Yet it seems I've arrived in the nick of time.
Hop. Vadjet Petos hoş geldin, aleykümselam. Merhabalar. Koşarak mı gideceğiz abi?
Once you have finished examining the corpse, be sure to report to Anarietta.
Anarietta?
Her Grace, the Duchess. I forget myself at times. Oh, guess that's a champion.
Püh de sana şerefsiz, ne tükürüyorsun lan?
We address each other by our first names in private. Never in Pomrin's presence, however. He finds such familiarity offensive. A watering hole for traders, smugglers, boatmen. But you will find no better crayfish chowder in all
Dur dayı şunu alayım da bari. Hazır buradayken.
Ducal clerks looking for help. Could be good coin to be made.
Tamam. Hadi bakalım.
By my troth, could that be the musty scent of fresh pate?
Naught else, Sir de Peyrak-Peyran. I see time has not dulled your senses.
We would be honored if you would join us. Your companion as well.
But why do I not detect even a whiff of crayfish chowder? No soup today, on account of there being no crayfish. I reckon you've not heard, but all I caught was a corpse. I awoke at the crack of dawn, as I do each day, but when I looked up, I beheld a blood-red sky. This corpse is precisely why we're here. For the man whom you've invited to join you at the table was summoned from a far-off land by her gracious magnificence. He is tasked with tracking and killing the beast.
We invited two men to join us, yet since Sir de Peyrak-Peyran in temperament is more akin to hare than hound, I surmise the other is the hunter. With whom do we have the pleasure?
Name's Geralt.
A humble introduction. You've clearly not tarried long with Sir the Peyrac Peyran.
Spare us the petty insults. Geralt is a master of the witchering trade. He has questions concerning the beast's last victim. I was the one to find the corpse. The sun had just risen when I awoke, sat straight up in my bed, looked out the window, and beheld a sky red as blood. Ask Geralt, please, or we shall be here till winter.
Must have been early in the morning. Went to check your nets and then...
I stepped out of my hut and saw... By my troth, to the point, man. You found a body ensnared in your crayfish nets. We know this already. What happened then? Did you see anyone nearby? Did you spy anything noteworthy? Anything at all? Not a soul around, just me. As for noteworthy... well... What did you see? But be warned, if I hear the sky was red again... I saw a head bobbing, eyes bulging, the tongue blue and popped out. Next to it, a hand rocking upon the water.
Get a good look at the body parts?
They gave me such a fright. I bolted to town fast as my legs would take me, then returned with guardsmen who told me to keep out of their way. They had a hard haul. The parts were so tangled up in my nets, they were forced to cut them.
Need to examine the body. Know where they took it?
They ferried it across, then loaded it on a cart and hauled it to a cellar at Corvo Bianco.
Oyda niye
Keep it
oraya?
cool, see?
O kimden Yennefer miydi o?
Corvo Bianco is Baron Russell's estate. When he learns they've turned his cellar into a morgue, he'll set his hounds on them.
While you were gallivanting about the north, his vineyard was auctioned off.
Yok Yennefer değil.
Who was that? Woman who just left. Didn't see her before. Didn't notice her walk in either.
Doubtless Ninnis, the innkeep's daughter. But hold, Geralt, because this is an outrage. Russell's vineyard was auctioned off? Inconceivable.
It is no secret the Baron had gambling debts up to his ears. It finally came time to collect. His creditors auctioned off his property. The ducal chancellery bought it, in fact. Russell now bunks with his brother in Vicofaro.
I told Russell he'd get his comeuppance. How long can one draw on past heroics? His creditors must finally have defined that his promises meant nothing.
Such are the times. Today's knights are pale shadows of the heroes of yore.
It's true what they say. God sent the beast to punish us for straying from the old paths.
Thanks for the hospitality. Time I examined the corpse.
Corvo Bianco lies a short way from here, near the tourney grounds. Just follow the road and you'll arrive.
Eyvallah.
Coming with? Oh yeah, duty of some sort calls.
Some sort? Her Grace bestowed a great honor on me, even before we departed for Velen. I'm to play the hare during this year's game in the palace gardens. When you see me in my costume, you will wet yourself laughing.
A little tempted to ask a few questions, but it sounds like a long, complicated story. One involving lengthy digressions into local history and tradition. So, see you later, Milton, and good luck.
See you later. Later. Hadi bakalım. Cesedi inceleyelim. At nerede çıktın öyle ya? Gel. Gel Roç. Şuna bak ya, manzaraya bak ya. Ne kadar güzel bir şehir. Ne artık adam mı ne bu? Ülke mi? Ay maşallah. Vay be. Yola gidelim. Yolumuza koyulalım.
Sounds like a fight.
Aha,
Have to hurry.
ileri savaşı. Lan! Lan burası benim gelecekteki evim lan. Yıkmayın buraları, durun.
Damn it, the killer must still be here.
Aa. Aa, öldü. Herkesin içinden geçmiş. Ne oldu?
Torn open by man-like jaws, man-like, except for long fangs.
Aha. Adam çıktı mağaradan. Anam. Öldüm.
Busted ribs, blood from the ears. Took a solid hit. Massacred by a vampire. Not an Ekimara though.
Kimara değil, Flederer değil. Bir vampir yapmış diyor Brooks'a.
Killed with a single blow.
Savaş hazırlığı yaratık kulesinden Brooks'a kaydını oku. Okuyalım hemen. Vampirler. Brooks'a. Aa, bu o kız. Biz o handayken oradan çıkan kız. Değil mi? O tip çok ona benziyor, saçları falan. Vampir miymiş o?
Black blood and moon dust. Could be lifesavers. Woman from the inn was wearing this
Aynen bak.
coat.
Handaki kadının giydiği şey. Kafasındaki cübbe miydi artık, ne deniyorsa zıkkım.
The cellar. Gotta be. Attacker had no trouble knocking over the cart. Claw wounds from 5 separate
Niye böyle bir şey
claws,
yapmış ki?
spread of a small human hand. Rivermuck carried the body in his cart.
Tamam. İpuçları burayı gösteriyor.
Footprints.
Aha,
Small bare feet
öldü.
lead deeper into the cellar. Fell down the stairs, broke his neck. Hurled against the wall with great force.
Duvara yapıştırmış, adam pekmezini akıtmış. Kapıya. Şşt. Dur, korku oyunu oynamıyoruz, dur.
Used this to batter
Gerilim
down the
verme.
grate. Took a lot of strength to batter this down.
Allah, epey güç bir koymuş. Kırmış işte, adamla birlikte uçurmuş. Reis. Ne gücü. Aha. Yiyor mu, ne yapıyor? Aa, o ne ya?
You. Saw you at the inn.
O. Reset ya.
I know what you are. Don't know why you killed these people though. Clearly wasn't for their blood.
Çatal.
We don't have to fight.
You are wrong.
Niye be? Savaşmayalım, sövüşelim. İlla savaşacağız mı yani? Kıracağız mı birbirimizi?
I cannot let you leave.
Ay, ne oldu ya? Lan az önce iyiydin ya. Oh.
How long you gonna make me wait?
Lan ne bağırıyorsun manyak? Lan nereye vuruyorsun, gel oğlum. Hedef burada. Gel. Ya şok dalgası atma be. Kaçacağız mı hep böyle? Ne dedi? Ay tozu. Bende var mı ay tozu? Hem de üstün olanı var. Peki. Bir de ne? Karakan. Efsun kanı onu yaraladıklarında vampirlere ve nebullara ve bunları geri savurur. İç baba. Tamam. Gel bakalım. Ya atma şunu ya. Ne oldu? Gel. Bak görünmezliğini, o aytozu. Ona mı uğradın? Ne yapıyorsun abla? Ağzıma sıçtın. Ya bağırma be. Salak. Aa! Aa! Aa! Lan ne yapıyorsun? Ne yapıyorsun manyak karı? Neye bekliyorsun? Benim sahibim var. Ben Yennefer'i seviyorum ulan. Aa! Ananı avradını. İçimden geçti. Aa! Ölüyorum. Dur abla dur, sakin ol. Oo! Ah, öldüm az önce. Ağzıma sıçtım. Ha, sürün. Ha, şuna bak şuna. Ha, geber. Ha.
These men to get to the body. What was she
37
doing?
level oldu baba. Kılıcı takabiliriz artık. Nasıl bir şey olduğunu merak ediyordum. Bir deneyeceğiz bunu. Adamdan aldığımız kılıcı. Ne oldu kız? Her tarafına aytozu yapışmış her yerine. Niye yedin adamı?
Stinks.
Ugh.
Waterlogged. Both hands amputated. Body was quartered just as I thought. Laid in water for some time. Head swollen, and something took a few bites out of it. Something in the throat.
Hemen sok elin içine ha. Ugh.
A pouch bulging with coins. Nilfgaardian florins from several different provinces.
Oo. At cebe at.
If the murderer did this, means we're dealing with a sentient thinking beast.
At cebe. Adamın artık ihtiyacı yok paraya.
Body was chopped up after death. Blows struck with great force, but bones sliced through, not crushed. Creature that killed him had long claws, sharp as a witcher's blade. First sank its claws into the victim's heart. No Bruxa did this.
Şu elde bir şey vardı, yüzük vardı.
A spare? Except it's clearly not the victim's. Guardsmen must have not noticed it as they picked everything up. How's this possible? Still warm. Blood still flowing? Several monster species can regenerate. Never heard of that happening to their severed limbs, though. Or of their limbs seeming completely alive after
Hareket
so much
ediyor lan.
time. Examine the tissue more closely later. Might learn something.
Aa, cebine koy da götünü parmaklasın oradan. Canlı diyoruz, canlı.
So, murderer was clearly a monster, but not a Bruxa. But then why'd the Bruxa come here for the severed hand? And who does the hand belong to? Why the hell's it still warm? Now, pouch shoved down the victim's throat. What's the significance? And why was he chopped up into pieces? Lots of questions, no answers so far. Need to know about the other victims. I'll ask Palmerin to get me in to see the Duchess.
Ceset yok, kızın cesedi. Allah kaçmış ya lan. Ana. Aç şurayı aç. Julius Banga veya imzalı mektup. Bayağı uzun yazmışsın dayı. Burada ne var? Burası zaten mahzen ya. İçki mahzeni. Burası bizim olacak ileride. Ya at duvarın diğer tarafında değil bu tarafında spawn olacaksın ya. Geliyor mu lan? Ay senin canını yerim nasıl geliyor bak bak. Eşek seni gel bakalım. Aha. O ne lan? Yarış mı var? Yarışırım. Aklınızı alırım. O bayağı kalabalık. Oo. Nerede ya yarış? O ne oğlum içeride? Aha demirci. Tamam bayağıdır Gwent oynamıyorduk. Bir Gwent atalım gel.
Care for a quick round of Gwent?
Gel bir Gwent oynayalım gel. O ne? Aa adamda skellige destesi var lan. Ana. Ene. Yeni deste var adamda. İnek. Ne? Aa. Ya niye öyle bir şey yaptın? Bu çok illet bir deste ya. Bak. Hadi geç. Oo. Beş kartım kaldı ya lan. Oha. 8'lik kart bıraktı o. Oo ne aradım ne oluyor lan? Ha. Vay. Ah. Bakalım. Ayı işareti var ne yapıyor acaba? Hı. Yandım. Eko. Ver bakayım kartını. Ne veriyorsun? Hangi kart? Genç cinnetkar. Aa. Tamam bak Grand destesi. Yeni deste geldi. Skelly geldi. Oo. Harika. Dur ben
A professional. I like to trade with your kind. You actually appreciate quality workmanship.
neresi satıyorsun dayı?
What have you got there?
Bakayım. Oo güzelmiş ama benimkinden düşük seviyesi. Hala zayıf şemalar falan var ya. İnanılmazsın abi. Oha sende bayağı para var lan, bayağı işlek senin ha. Al bunları al. Al. Al. Al. Bunları al. Bundan var mıydı la depoda? Dalya. Dalya. He. Ya. Bunu. Oğlum bayağı güçlü lan. Wow. Neyse dursun, bu da onu depoya atarım. Şuradan ne alıyorsun? Prangalara 780 veriyorsun. Pek bir şey almıyor bu ya. Ha dur, zanaatta ne
You
yapabiliyorsun?
could craft something for me, would you?
Benim ayı arbaleti. Wow. İyiymiş, bundan yap bir tane bana. Arbalet oku. Bölünen ok. Patlayan ok. Kılıç. Üstün. Aa. Bizdeki ne, kedi kılıç mıydı? Kurt kılıç mıydı? Şu an elimdeki kılıç çok iyi ama ya. Baksana, bunun üstün olanından bile daha güçlü. Hepsinin üstün olanından daha güçlü. Kedi, Griffin. Ben baya üstün hatta. 26 kalmış çünkü. İki çelik kılıç. Ayı kılıcı üstün. Kritik vuruş. Engerek. O 3 level zaten. Üstün. Kedi üstün. Kurt. Yani dur, ben elbiseciye bakacağım ya.
So long.
Good man. I need a fresh set of shoes for my mom.
Abercrombie!
Gel sen de bir Gwent oynayalım hadi.
No, you're busy, but you...
Ay Nilfgaard. Bunda bir sürü casus vardır şimdi ya. Tamam, bu kalsın. Kılıçlara var, ok. Gel. Abi attığım geri geldi ya. Şaka falan mı ya bu? Casusum yok ama o casus atabilir. Şuradan başlayalım. Adam onar gidiyor ya. Oh. Yok. Güzel. Ama kartım bitti, yenemeyeceğim muhtemelen. Ee... Aa! Lan salak ben ya. Adamın ya of, boş yere kartımı oynadım, Allah kahretsin ya. Salaklık yaptım. Neyse, bir kart gelecek. Güzel. Kesin yenildik de. Yine de işte. 14, 16, 20. Adam yendi ya direkt zaten. Tamam. Şunlar güzel. Hayda. Oyna canım, kart harca biraz, kart harca biraz ya. Abi bu ne ya? Bu sefer full casus gelmiş adam. Yandık. Oh. Ben paslıyorum abi, sen kart harcamayacaksın yoksa. Salak salak casus atıp duracak. Tamam, at onu. Adam direkt pas geçti. Şimdi bu 11 kartla seni, 14 kart seni bir tarafına şey yapacağım. Bekle sen. Başlıyoruz. Hiç pas vermeyeceğim. Hiç gereksiz. Adam 14 kart var ya, şaka gibi. Hadi ya, biraz hızlı geç. Boşa gitti, kartı güzel. Şunu en sona. Çok güzel. Sisleri atsın, ben sisle patlatacağım onları, okçuları atsın. Al. Oh. Ayda daha da cağı satıyor, kart çekiyor ya. Ah. Al bakalım. Biraz skorunu düşürelim. Asıl cümbüş şunlarla başlayacak. Bir de şunla patlattığım zaman 100'ü geçeceğiz. Adam 8 kartla her türlü geçer gerçi de yine denemiş olacağız en azından. Ne yapayım? Çok casus oynadı ya. Çok kart var. 2 kartı 6 kartı var adamın. Ah işte bu kötü oldu. Bitti. Yenildik. Geçemem ya, 5 kartı var hala. Ah lan ya, hep bir zehir kartınız olur ya. Hep bir zehir kartınız zaten destenizde hazır olur ya. Hep olur yani, hep. Abi inanılmaz bir deste var ya adamda. Neyse ya.
Let's see what you got in stock.
Hadi abi, hadi bakma sağına sonra. Nasıl bir şeymiş lan böyle? Oo. Abi 90 kafalık, 60'da bizdekiler kaç? Bir bakayım ona da. Alalım, olmadı.
Let's
Dağılmıyor ya. Abi kadından engerek zırhları aldım. Nerede? Abi engerek zırhım yok ya. Şaka gibi. Bizde bu var. Abi E harfinde de yok. Ya ben almıştım engerek zırhlarımı abi. Ne oldu onlar?
so long.
Of. Setim gitti ya. Kadından almıştım ya. Büyük usta seviyesine terfi etmelidir. Büyük usta ne ola ki lan? Neyse şu göreve bir girelim.
Need to speak to the Duchess, urgently.
All right, you scamps. Story's done. Go find your parents.
But the Pomerine, what about the story of Rittik and the dragon?
They're tales for another time. But take a good look at the man who stands before you now. This is Geralt of Rivia, the master witcher who lent his valiant hand to the defeat of the giant Goliath.
Master Richard, is it true virtue always trumps villainy?
Not always. Could go either way. Sometimes virtue wins, sometimes villainy gets the upper hand. Still worth being good.
But why? If it doesn't mean you'll win.
Palmerin's story. Think back. A decent man attracts other good folk, makes friends he can count on. The rogue? Well, he can only count on other rogues. And who would you rather have for a friend?
A man of virtue?
I must agree. Now, that will do for questions. Go find your parents. Her Enlightened Highness has doubtless arrived at the tourney grounds to watch the battle in the arena. If we hurry, we'll be in time to speak with her before the spectacle begins.
Lead the way. Who's fighting? Nilfgaardian gladiators?
Close, but not quite. As we'll soon see.
Ben de kapışayım. Oha o ne lan?
Someone's gonna fight a Shelmar? With some bells on its tail to confuse it, slow it down?
Whatever is the problem? The beast is a gift from the Emperor, no less.
Shouldn't torment the beast. How would you like to be dumped in an arena, blindfolded with a string of bells dangling from your ass?
Pity a monster. You, a witcher.
I slay monsters who are a threat to humans. You're out to humiliate one to entertain a crowd. No knight will gain any glory from this. Who's going to fight the beast?
Guillaume, the young man you met.
Yeah. Mentioned he'd promised his heart's captor a monster trophy.
Great love demands great sacrifices.
Let's go.
Oğlum gebereceksin lan.
I dedicate my imminent victory to fair Lady Vivian.
Of. Ha şu sarı ya sağdaki.
It's begun. The fight shall have to end first. We must wait.
Got a bad feeling about this.
Aha. Hayvan kuyruğundaki zilleri ağırlığı çıkarttı bak. Önüne bak lan, öyle bak gerizekalı. Oo. Uf.
We have to help him.
Ya niye ben koruyorum herkesi? Anasını satayım ya. Lan bir dur. Ne döndün, başım döndü. Oha. Geriye de pik attı. Arkası full zırh ya, arkadan vuramıyorum. Oo. Bombalardan da etkilenmiyor ki. Lan bir dur olduğun yerde.
Selma lies defeated by Geralt of Rivia, master of the witchering trade. Behold, as the last gasps of life seep from the beast.
Master Geralt, do what you must. Finish the deed!
Monster's no threat. No need to kill it.
A victor may always show mercy. It is his right. Long live Geralt the Merciful! Pikeman, see to the beast.
Guillaume.
The lad came damned close to dying.
I'm fine. Not hurt at all. Vivian?
Smile as befits a hero and keep silent. Speech clearly paints you. She approaches.
Oyunun en güzel kızlarından bir tanesi bu işte ya, kraliçe.
Geralt, we must talk. Vivian.
You shall talk later in the medic's tent.
Geralt, magnificent, breathtaking.
Your Grace.
We knew that
Majesteleri.
to summon you was a brilliant idea. We are delighted, ravished to have struck upon it.
And I'm truly honored.
See to our young hero. Hop, hop. For we must make off with Geralt. We should talk. We had been long awaiting your arrival. Had nearly lost hope. Then suddenly, that entrance, so spectacular.
Your Grace. Shaelmars are dangerous creatures, even to knights in full-plate armor.
Nonsense. In Toussaint, knights have battled beasts for mere glory since time immemorial. True. Guillaume suffered a few bumps, scars, and bruises, but in return gained eternal glory as he who slew the monster.
What about the crowd? Say the Shaelmar had vaulted into the stands. Would have been a massacre.
Geralt, though we value your fortuitous intervention in the arena, we would remind you your services have been retained, and as shall soon become clear, you will be generously compensated for completing another task altogether.
Your Grace, my contract. I'd like to discuss it.
Naturally, but not here. We shall need Damien. He led the investigation pending your arrival. But wherever could he be? Come, we must find him. Tell us, have you come alone? Or did Viscount Julian accompany you?
Wish to see Dandelion, Your Grace?
Yes. I mean, no. Yes. But solely to tell him we regret. Yes, deeply regret rescinding the death sentence we so justly handed down upon him. If we could turn back time, we would make certain he sat in a tower till he rotted. No, we would ensure he was broken on the wheel, then drawn, hanged, and quartered.
Lan Dandelion yine neler yaptın ya.
The very man we would entrust with these tasks. Damien de la Tour, captain of my personal guard.
Your Grace. Witcher.
Greetings. Sorry to have to tell you, but the guards...
Hoş geldin Kuta, merhaba.
I know already. The creature in the cellar of Corporal Gap. Was it the beast?
No, Bruxa, a kind of vampire. Not the beast, but tied to it in some way.
You know this how?
Through careful analysis of the evidence, both on the riverbank and at Corvo Bianco.
Do you mean to insinuate the
Teşekkürler dondurmalar için, çok sağ ol.
sloppy?
Geralt
Eyvallah, kolay gelsin
insinuates
size.
nothing of the sort. We must listen to him attentively.
I examined the body of the beast's last victim. Might have found something. Need to analyze it. A quiet place, that's what I could use most right now. And maybe the help of an alchemist or a mage. Also like to hear all you know about the previous victims. Take it Sir de la Tour is my man for that.
Firstly, call me Damien, please. Secondly, you should know I spoke against summoning you here. I've heard much about you. You bring trouble, or thus far have, always. And we've enough trouble as it is. Yet we are capable of defeating the beast on our own, without an outsider's help. I've no doubt about it.
Damien, we settled the matter of the Witcher's employ some time past. Definitively. Since you have broached it nonetheless, let us discuss Geralt's pay. Are the legends true? Do Witchers usually demand that which you find at home, yet did not expect?
Not quite, Your Grace. Law of surprise, it's something we invoke at times, but rarely. Usually we just take gold.
Disappointing. This law sounds rather romantic. On the other hand, on returning to the palace, we would likely find impatient petitioners or a set of sample fabrics for a new dress. Poor rewards both. I fear you'd not have much use for any of the surprises we are likely to come upon. Thus we've decided you shall receive the deed to a vineyard, Corvo Bianco, and a sum of coin.
Evi verdi
We'll
bak.
doubtless consider this adequate. Title to the vineyard shall be given to you at once. Surely you'll need lodgings while you hunt. The coin, however, will be yours only once you have slain the beast.
Lovely, generous gesture, Your Grace. But Corvo Bianco, isn't it the Duchy's temporary morgue?
Is it now? The Chancellery's bungled things again, we fear. Not to be left unsupervised for one instant. Yet, in its mood, a morgue should present minimal problems to a witcher. What's more, nothing enhances a wine's reputation better than a grim legend.
Thank you, Your Grace. I accept the contract, of course. But as I said before, I'll need some information.
Eyvallah, görüşürüz hacı.
Second murder. Tell me what you know.
In the city there are certain nooks. No one reasonable ventures there after dark. Ramon Dulac's corpse was found in one such place. With the first murder, terror gripped the city. Its inhabitants grew wary, kept to safe areas. Consequently, news of the second victim came to us from a group of concerned cut purses.
Criminals fear the beast? Telling in a way. Take it you've excluded the possibility that Ramon died at the hands of these bandits.
Do you believe me an amateur? Not hands, but claws killed Ramon Dulac. The wound was deep, clean.
His body was found in a gutter, dressed in nightshirt and cap, a pillow placed under his head, and his sword replaced by a bed warmer. Ramon Dulac, a knight who but a dozen years past was an advisor to our father, the Duke.
Someone went to a lot of trouble to make him look ridiculous. Maybe revenge was the motive.
It's not out of the question. Dulac had shady dealings with the criminal underworld, but no one ever came forth with concrete proof of any misdoings.
How'd it start? Who was the first victim?
Crispy was
Eyvallah,
the
çay
first
alıp
to
geleyim
die.
ben.
He was famed once for his many glorious tournament victories. Then he grew old, hung up his sword, and took to winemaking.
Crespi was not loved by the wine merchants. He was ruthless in business and thought to cheat many a time. He asked us for a dispensation from all court ceremonies. We did not grant it. We could not. Once you've taken the oath of a knight, you remain a knight till death.
How'd he die? Where'd they find the body?
Quite unusual, the circumstance. He was at a feast when suddenly one of his fellow feast-goers noticed he was missing. The town watch found him an hour later, on his hands and knees, propped against the town pillory, his sword hanging from his neck. He had died of wounds inflicted with claws, not a weapon. Blows of great force.
So he died suddenly, but the body was on its knees, meaning someone posed it.
So it seems.
O zaman da.
So, first two victims were knights, best years behind them.
The same could be said of the third. Sir Delacroix was wont to claim that in modern times knights face new challenges, enterprise being the latest addition to the chivalric virtues.
He made a veritable fortune in the grain trade. Palmerin even nicknamed him Sir de la Stinchi.
Found a coin pouch on his body, contained florins dating from various times, hailing from different provinces of the Empire.
Delacroix loved coin, true, but had no patience for numismatics.
Lots of similarities between the victims. All the bodies were found in strange places under extraordinary circumstances. Seems the murderer, whoever or whatever it is, has some meaning to convey.
These were honorable men We are horrified by the disdain, the disrespect with which they were treated. These were knights of Toussaint. Blast it.
Might be the point. From what you say, none was a model of virtue. Ever considered that's what the beast's trying to draw attention to?
All the murdered men were knights who swore fealty to the 5 chivalric virtues. And even if the
Knights of Toussaint swear fealty to what virtues exactly?
honor, wisdom, generosity, valor, and compassion.
5 virtues. Why are they so important to your knights?
Strange question.
Your Grace, forgive me. I'm a foreigner trying to understand another land's customs.
You are forgiven. According to legend, the virtues we cultivate were bestowed upon us by the Lady of the Lake. How we truly came to espouse them, none remember. In Toussaint, we believe men of low birth should be simple-hearted and obedient. We expect much more, however, of our knights. They are to be soldiers and courtiers, lords and servants. Thus the need for clear moral guidelines. At the time of his dubbing, a knight vows to demonstrate throughout his life honor, wisdom, generosity, valor, and compassion.
Beast seems to be pointing up moral decay, denouncing it. Victims were all humiliated. Might have been murdered to emphasize their lack of specific chivalric virtues.
Honor compromised by the pillory. Wisdom by ridicule. Generosity by a coin pouch shoved down a throat. It seems to fit, true, though not perfectly.
Can't discount the theory if it's on the lips of everyone in town. Say our reasoning's right. Next murder will be just as showy and denounce the victim's lack of the 4th virtue, valor. We can also assume that victim will be an elder knight.
Let's think. At the moment, all the knights are either at the tourney grounds or in the palace gardens. Our annual hare hunt shall begin there shortly. Have you heard of the custom?
Milton mentioned something. Seemed excited to prance around in a bunny costume. Not sure why. Hang on. Strange circumstances. A knight advanced in years. The famed cowardice of rabbits.
Could it be that simple? Is Milton de Peyrac-Peyren the next victim?
Milton also knew Delacroix. Told me so down by the river.
Damien! To miss something so obvious. De Peyrac-Peyren, Crespi, Delacroix, and Delac formed a knightly team. It was years ago, but
They were a team?
they were close friends, tightly knit, and as such earned the trust of our father, the Duke. We often witnessed him turn to them with delicate matters. Later, their paths diverged.
Unlikely to be a coincidence. Beast must know it too. It's a lead, I'm sure. Your Grace, we need to find Milton immediately.
Rather problematic. You see, the garden entertainments are due to start, and he's disguised as the hare, hiding somewhere, waiting for some tipsy courtiers to find him. The hare's hiding place is a carefully guarded secret.
We must call off the game at once.
First and foremost, we must remain calm. Damien, order the garden searched immediately, but discreetly. By no means can we disrupt the festivities. Panic will only incite the beast to strike sooner. And you, Witcher, follow me. My gardens, my night, I shall take the fall. A murder is out of the question. I will not allow it. Not near my palace. Horses? Ready our horses.
Vay be, kadına bak. Hemen koordine etti işleri, tak tak tak tak.
Your Grace!
What the hell? Why, I should... Your Highness,
Mind it doesn't get wrinkled. Onward!
Yeah!
Hey! That is silk! Be careful! Give it to me!
Hıa! Hadi saraya.
seems right at home in the saddle.
Clear the path! Clear the way, I said!
Biraz yavaş be.
It's here! Just round the corner!
Hurry. Hey there.
We must go to where the game is being held. The participants must find a unicorn's horn, a golden fish, and a
Ay
phoenix
yavrum
egg.
nasıl koşuyor.
With these in hand, they can deduce where the hare, Milton, hides.
Mean we need to find those things too.
We've no other option, but time is of the essence, so we shall have to break the rules. On second thought, through here. I shall show you where the hunt plays out. Then we will split up. You will get hold of the unicorn horn and the golden fish, while I nab the phoenix egg. That will be quickest.
The unicorn. How do I catch it?
It's terribly skittish, true, but I'm sure you will find a way to earn its trust. It runs around over there, look.
Golden fish. Do I need a rod or a net?
Please, Geralt. It's not a real fish. Look there, towards the water. See the lights? The hunters are trying to hook the fish from boats. You must simply dive in and find it. The golden fish and the horn both contain things or clues that will help us find Milton. Once you have fish and horn, find me among the other phoenix egg hunters. All clear? Then let's get to it.
Wow. Çok güzel hatun ya.
Fiorano of the 1290.
How is it the Duchessa does not feel him as well?
Is my head
If one were to call a state courageous or coward, what other part of the state would one have in mind?
But this is no true unicorn.
Perhaps an apple will
At güzelmiş ama
or
ya.
some sweets.
We would not be in this predicament, dear sister, were you still a virgin.
Do you really wish to have this conversation again? Here and now?
Hush, or you'll spook the beast.
Hey folks, gonna have to ruin your fun. Sorry.
Who's that?
Kaçtı be. Aksilesem. Dur lan.
Damn it. Come on, stay calm. Shh. Calm down. Easy now.
Well, that's hardly fair.
Flagrant cheating is what it is. Sirs, we must teach this scamp some proper sportsmanship.
Listen, he didn't break any rules.
True, he won fair and square.
We were unlucky, that's all. We must try to grab the next clue.
Gardens are huge. Be better off on horseback.
Eyvallah eyvallah.
Entirely inappropriate behavior.
Alkışlar yağıyor.
Golden fish should be easy to spot once I'm under.
What nereye tıkadım?
Hey, wait. Stop. It's important.
King Cormorant, sire, accept this offering we bring. Prithee cast upon us your merciful eye, and bear before us its secrets.
As the moon is heavily coursed of trace, in my domain I await that moment of grace, when a soul of good or ill repute brings me a gift, fitting tribute.
A key.
Why, you bombast wretch!
He's ruined the game!
Disgraceful.
Işınlanma var mı? Blood and Wine görevler. Yenilgilere başlayabileceğin yerler konuyla belirlenmiştir. Pekala. Havuz kuşu. Çekil kadın.
If you please, Your Grace.
We do not please. We act out of the highest necessity. All shall be explained later.
But it's against the rules.
I am the rules. Geralt! At last.
Got a key and a clue.
And I've another. Show me yours. Who wrote this drivel? I begin like a groan, hollowed out with ease, then end like a mouse with a head of hard cheese.
Senin semirttiğin serçe 3 kez tekrarladı ötüşünü. Başıyla selamladı, rahatlamış rahip ve rahibeleri.
Is it about someplace really cramped, uncomfortable?
Because it mentions groans and a mouse? No, false hints, I think, meant to lead us astray. Look, if we take groan, hollow it out and fill it with ease, the letters, that is, we get green. Then mouse, but starting with what heads heart cheese.
Zera.
Why, it's greenhouse.
Pretty clever. And it sounds right to me.
There are several greenhouses in the gardens, but only one with a door that locks, and the key to it looks just like the one we found.
Greenhouse it is then. Let's go. Wait here.
What the butch?
Vay vay.
What was that?
Oo, kırmızı parlıyor.
I'm here.
This belonged to you, maybe?
It did, but you may keep it. I've a new one. I do not know you. I've done you no harm. Yet first you butchered a Bruxer who was dear to me. Now you pursue me. Why?
You've killed 4 innocent people, at least.
And you? How many innocents have you cut down?
Plenty. Even more of the guilty, though. You're next.
I think not. See, I've something to do still.
More murders?
Just one.
Beni mi alacaksın?
Not counting yours.
Tipe bak ya. O ne be? Booklayır yaratığı.
Kill again.
Dayı bir yavaş lan. Wow.
You want to stay where you were. Regenerate.
I know you're in trouble. I can help.
I'll help myself.
No, he's my friend.
Haydi.
Yes, Geralt, it's me.
Regis? You alright?
All is well. All's in order. Wounds such as these heal on vampires in moments. But we've not seen one another in ages, my friend. At least in human terms, that is.
How's this even possible? Last I saw you...
I was a bubbling, shapeless smear, having been rather spectacularly melted into a column of a certain castle. In somewhat better shape now, as you can see. Hardly peak form, mind you, but were I human, folk would think me a demigod, I dare say.
I'm sorry. What happened? It was my fault. Never got a chance to apologize.
No need, Geralt. Bygones. I did not have to join you on that expedition. No one twisted my arm.
Bu adamı birinci oyunda da söylüyordu, bir vampir arkadaşım falan da vardı diye, bu Yennefer'lerle falan Trister'le konuştuğumuzda buymuş işte.
You being here, not some fortunate coincidence, I take it.
Your powers of deduction seem to have waned not one bit. I'm happy. I came here for Detlaf. I fear he's become entangled. Landed himself in serious trouble.
So that's his name. He's your friend?
You might call it that. Though Detlaf is, how would you humans put it, more bestial than I am. But not to worry. I'm working on him.
Haven't exactly done a great job with that. He's killed one knight since I got here. At least 3 others before I arrived.
For good reason, I'm sure. Understand, Detlaf is not some decadent shit who kills for sport, or to assuage a dryness of throat or a dullness of mood.
So in your opinion, what are his reasons?
Precisely what I wish to find out. And then I will convince him of the error of his ways.
Got a lot of faith in the guy.
Despite appearances to the contrary, you two are quite alike. You've both noble hearts, yet you both are wont to perform ignoble deeds. When circumstances force you to, of course. Remember the year 964?
That was 3 centuries ago.
Blind fear gripped Rivia, Lyria, and Spala. Women and children were dying. Their mutilated, dismembered corpses littered the fields.
Brute of Lyria. Read about it. Chewed up almost 200, then fell to a common poacher supposedly armed with a dagger blessed by some prophet.
It fell to Detlaf, who then found a poacher asleep in the brush near his snares and dropped the fiend's corpse at his feet. And thus, a legend was born.
Vampires rarely help humans. Must have had his own agenda, hunting the beast.
You err. He slew it for one reason alone. The monster killed a lad who once in the street had offered Detlaf an apple, expecting nothing in return.
Terribly noble of him.
You do not have a monopoly on altruism, my friend. Vilgefortz melted my body. Detlaf found what was left. As per our codex, he had a choice: to leave me where I was, or to care for me and nurture my remains. He chose the latter, regenerated me at no small expense in his own blood. Do you know what that means to a vampire? The gravity of the endeavor?
Probably same thing it means to a human. You owe him your life.
Much more than that. The act itself made us blood brethren. A bond so strong humans cannot even imagine. Which is why I know something ill is afoot.
Always had an overdeveloped sense of empathy.
Each vampire has a unique talent. One they hone over centuries. It's precisely what renders it so difficult to classify. Detlaf's trump card is his herd instinct, his tribal propensity. In point of fact, he prefers the company of lesser vampires and shuns that of humans. If he walks among you, killing egregiously, it can only mean something's upset him immensely.
Anything specific? Some set of things that'd be likely to set him off?
How should I say this? Detlaf doesn't understand men, their world, its rules, its conventions. He's naive in a sense. He doesn't comprehend your games, knows not what it means to lie, deceive.
Suggesting he's maladjusted and venting his rage.
I'm suggesting maladjustment can at times breed conflict. But is it the case this time? I cannot say, but intend to find out.
Gotta find him before something upsets him even more and all Beauclair is awash with blood.
Well, we share a cause then, just like the old days.
Not entirely. I mean, when I find him, you know.
I know you've a contract on his head. Yet your true task is to stop the beast killing, not necessarily to kill the beast, am I right?
All in all, sure.
Let us find him. By the time we do, I hope I'll have convinced you Detlaf is no monster.
Fine, all right already. But for now, evidence is stacking up against him.
Hear that?
The posse. Knights must have tracked me here.
I prefer they not find me here. I've makeshift quarters at Mère Lachaise Long Cemetery. We'll meet there.
See you.
Witcher, we flew here as fast as our courses would carry us. Yet I fear we're late all the same. Pray, where is the beast?
Still investigating. About to inspect this site. Withdraw your men before they trample all over the evidence.
Sirs, we must let the Witcher do his work. Milton's murder cannot go unavenged.
Şimdi şunu bir alalım. Aa, o neydi lan? Yukalık hazinedarı. Olur. Bir saniye abi. Pardon. Buraya nasıl giriyoruz? Lan ne oluyor?
Sir, a letter
Aha,
for you,
mektup
sir.
geldi dedi, mektup.
Letter? Who from?
Can't rightly say, sir. I was just to deliver it.
Here. And thanks.
No, sir. Thank you. And I truly hope I'll be of service again.
Dearest.
I suspect weighty affairs, rather than merely the wine festival, have drawn you to Tucson. Perhaps you'll find time to probe a certain matter in spite of this. I recently came across the mention of one Professor Moreau, a scholar in Beauclair, who conducted research into Witcher mutations. Though the details are rather murky, as is the location of the scholar's laboratory, his journal could contain more information. It lies buried with him in his tomb. I enclose a map I found in the book I happened upon. Though less than completely legible, I trust it will prove useful nonetheless. I felt this matter could prove of some importance to you. Thus I dispatched this letter without delay. Whatever you decide,
Sevgilin Yen.
please take exceedingly good care of yourself. Your Yen.
A professor who studied Witcher mutations. Might actually be worth looking into.
Tamam, bakacağız buna. Buna bakacağız adam. Buna bakacağız. Hazinedarlık. Bendeniz sanırım lütfu Henrietta Köprü armalı Rival Geralt Korva Bianca konağına ait topraklar ve içinde mevcut bulunan tüm mal varlığını takdim ediyorum ve onun mülkü kılıyorum. Dahası Rival Geralt artık konağın sahibidir ve oraya bakacağına yemin eder. Orayı bereketli ve güzel kılacak. Kendini toprağın sunduğu hasatla kendi ve Tuysant'ın şanı için zenginleştirecek. Adil topraklarımızda güzel işlerin karşılıksız kalmayacağını ve toprakların asla ekinsiz durmayacağı bilinsin. Çünkü hem yapılan işler hem de toprak iyi meyve vermesi için vardır. Haşmet meyapları Anna Henrietta. Henrietta da ah be. Kim olur? Alpler. Hazinedar.
Greetings, brave hero. I am Raphael de Serman, and I am the Ducal Camerlengo.
I'm Geralt. So what is it you do here?
I pay the knight's errand.
For what?
Our knights wander the roads, protecting Toussaint from bandits and monsters. It is fitting and just that they be recompensed appropriately for these toils. Note, sir, that should you successfully smash a hands, save a brother knight from peril, or extract a captured merchant from the hands of cutthroats, come see me. You shall be rewarded.
Can't help but be curious, but where do the funds for those payments come from?
The ducal treasury, of course. Her illustrious highness Anna Henrietta assigns great value to bravery and selfless patriotism. It is her standing order that any knight may receive a wage, pardon me, financial compensation for his dedication to defending the duchy's internal security and order.
Bir bakayım ne satıyorsun
Mind
sen?
a glance at your books.
Oh. Bu kitap. Kitabını diyor ya da. O zaman sen bendeki bütün kitapları da alırsın değil mi? Almıyorsun. Harika. Hiçbir şey almıyor. Peki. Para kesesi vardı. Nerede o? Hemen bir gözleri açıyoruz. Boja boja boja boja boja boja boja. Bulamadı. Bu görevi tamamlamak için gereken eşya diyor. Satarsak yanarız. Gel sana güvenli bir yer vurayım. Ya bu da Nilf kart ya. On. Nereye kadar onluk atacaksın yahu? Ver casusumu. Tamam. Başla bakalım. Gene 10. Yıldım ya. Onlarından. Aa. Çağıracağımız kart yok ki. İki kartın kaldı. Bitti. Yani bundan sonra atacakların her şeyi benim lehim öyle mi? Mesela. Böyle. Böyle. Böyle. Bu. Bu. Vay be.
Sucks its blood to piss. I paid too much out again.
Kral Bran. İyi.
Greetings, Knight.
Başka bir şey yoktu değil mi? Tamam.
Well, see you later.
Görüşürüz abim.
Peace for a night.
Ben şu şeye gideyim. Ben burada para bozdururuz diye gelmiştim açıkçası da şu florunları falan tutmadı.
I wonder what the old lady's fixing for.
Sorun değil. Şunu alacağım.
Might be worth looking into.
Sonra bir tane şurada soru işareti vardı şurada bir yerde ya. Turuncu. Tamam şu görevleri alalım.
It's an escort. Not something I do often. That might be worth investigating.
Hatta bir sabah yapalım. Var mı bir şey? Nerede? Şurada bir yerdeydi ya. Aradan gelirim sola dönelim. Gel hadi sen de oynayalım. Geri gel. Yandık. Güzel. Oh. Oha Allah aynısını at. Abi. Anladım. Peki. Tamam. Pas. Dokuz, 19, 24, 30, 31 mi oluyordu? Oh. O zaman ben bir kart alayım. Kart bitti. Oh shit. Abi yok artık. Yani pas geçmeyeceğim, full oynayacaksın öyle mi? Aa dur lan. Ha, ayı oldu. Vay ayı oldu ayı. Al bakalım. Hadi bay bay. Yirmi dört. 31. 36. Güzel. Oraya. Nasıl lan? Abi yani. Yani. Ne diyeyim ki ya? Karta bak. İlla yeneceksin yani. Yen anasını satayım hadi. Ah. Adam yendi zaten. Atsam da bir şey değişmeyecek. Ya neyse ya. Saçma sapan desteler var anasını satayım.
Show me what you've
La la la la. Bunlar ne lan? Para lazım.
need to get going. Till next time.
Oh, that's bad luck.
Çıkmadı. Neyse. Bunları nasıl alacağız? Aa evimize gidelim. Evimize bakalım. Evimiz var artık. Demiştim burası bizim olacak diye. Tabii daha burayı yaptıracağız. Köylüler boş boş duruyor.
Scrub often. You'll soon need a coffee.
Ama daha ekmek mi yiyorum?
Crying crayfish. Is that ever a cloudy frown?
Ah ya.
Welcome home, sir. I am Barnabas Basil Faulty. By order of the Duchess, I shall serve you as Major Domo of Corfu Bianco.
Eyvallah.
I previously served with distinction at the Nibli family manor and in Nazaire with Admiral Rompali, who, as you are certain to know, is an extraordinary demanding gentleman.
Whoa, Barnabas Basil. One thing you ought to know. I'm not your typical landed gentleman. Truth be told, this is the first real property I've ever owned.
Oh, in that case, you must leave it all to me. I shall organize, see to everything, and whip the house into order. I dare say this place will soon be the most prosperous vineyard around.
Eyvallah.
Great. Can already see I'm in good hands. Vineyard comes across as a place with a rich history. Know who owned it before me?
Baron Rossel, who went bankrupt, forcing him to sell the estate to the Duchess. The Baron, in turn, had purchased it from Monsieur Bolius of the Headsman, a truly colourful man of Kedweni origin.
He was actually a headsman?
No, not him, but his great-great-great-great-grandfather. Indeed. Apparently he was a common cut-purse who somehow secured for himself the post of ducal headsman in Beauclair. Went about his work with an exceptional penchant. They say he chopped off more heads than there are grapevines in the ducal vineyards. He never hesitated, not once. Never sliced unevenly, never botched a job. For his exemplary service, the Duke granted him a title and this estate. Monsieur Bolius, on the other hand, was an engineer in his younger years. Once retired, he settled here and took to producing wine. Sadly, misfortune struck and he lost his sense first of smell, then of taste. Additionally, he could not drink alcohol. His medic forbade it.
Shame that. He gave up making wine?
Not at all. He made even more of it. Began throwing wild balls to which he'd invite friends from far and wide in order to treat them to his wine and delight in the fact that at least someone could enjoy it. It's the sort of man he was, Monsieur Bolius.
Mind giving me a little tour de Corvo Bianco?
Not in the least. Follow me, please. I think it would be practical to begin on the hill. Behold, sir, your estate in all its splendor.
Manzarası da güzelmiş be.
Pretty vast.
Vay be.
And now, sir, allow me to show you a handful of interesting details. Follow me, please.
Been a major domo all your life?
Yes, I come from a long line of major domos. My father was a major domo, as was my grandfather before him, as was my great aunt. In fact, she was the one to start the tradition.
Great aunt.
A hard woman. It is said that already as a child, she knew where she was going and went there. When she arrived in Beauclair, she signed on as a chambermaid at one of the vineyards, then slowly worked her way up to major domo. She dragged the rest of the family up the same path.
I'd rather be an eagle than a crane. Yes, I should.
The servants' quarters. I occupy the green home. With the Duchess's permission, I have hired a full staff. Their salaries to be paid from the ducal treasury.
Nice of her.
Not the most sightly part of the estate, I admit. But I think it's worthwhile for you as master of the domain to know where the hell
Eyvallah.
stays.
Burada kalıyormuş adam yeşil evde. Allah güzelmiş evin. Hacı baba.
Baron Rossel ordered the vines in this part of the estate uprooted and olive groves planted in their place. They look beautiful,
especially in spring.
Don't look at all bad now either.
Is a man whose wives like to thump his head.
The days pass. The pile of work remains.
Şuralara zeytin ekmişler.
Where we grow a strain of Carfanere, one of the world's oldest.
Vay be.
Aged
Şu bağlar bizim.
oak barrels. It
Zeytin.
flows for an exquisite wine with distinct blackberry, wild cherry, plum, and cinnamon notes. Marvelous.
Have to try it one of these days.
With those attorneys. Once a knight's horse croaked on him. But he didn't back out. No, sir.
Nice well. Picturesque.
Yes, though it ran dry long ago.
That ass to
During the raucous feasts Master Bolius held, he would
Kuyu.
often fill it with wine. There's a tale about a guest attending a Bolius ball for the first time and thus unaware of the custom. He had suffered great heartbreak and had decided to end his life by jumping into the well. The festivities were coming to a close, and the well was nearly empty when the suicidal guest finally jumped. Instead of killing himself, he merely broke his legs. To numb the pain, he drank the wine.
Drank himself to death?
Not at all. When found the next day, he had concluded he'd witnessed twin miracles. The water had been changed into wine, and he had survived. He retired to a monastery in the Dragon Mountains and began preaching the wisdoms of Lebioda. Monsieur Bolius, his wife Nina, kept a garden here. A supreme
Burası bahçemiz.
place it was.
Çeşit çeşit çiçeklerimiz olacak.
Now.
I agree. Yet nothing stands in the way of restoring it to its former glory, and once again planting it with herbs and other vegetation. Madame Nina planted diminutive, delicate flowers and herbs here. One might say their aroma still hangs in the air.
You're quite the romantic, Barnabas Basil.
Kırmızı göl, mor göl. Burası çiçek bahçesi. Ve bitkilerin olduğu. Şuna baksana ya, nehir akıyor ya. Evimizin kenarından. Oğlum süper lan.
A bushel of grapes is more a burden than that steel of yours.
This served as an additional wine cellar in years of plentiful harvests.
Bit of work and it'll make a fine stable for Roach.
Aynen. Burayı Roach'a ahır yapalım, ev yapalım ya.
You smell that? Those
The cellars, voila. During Monsieur Bolis's time, wine was kept here, but Baron Rossel used it to store olive oil as well. I took the liberty of cleaning up the mess, which...
I made while fighting the Bruxa. Thanks, Barnabas Basil. Appreciate it.
The book of lust is hard and dirty. No one can grip the damn thing.
As you can see, the facade is, to put it, slightly stained. But one cannot deny it a certain subtle southern charm.
True, though it could use a bit of subtle paint.
Girelim içeri.
And welcome inside.
Hoş bulduk.
Left is the master bedroom. On the right, the dining hall and kitchen. Upstairs, you shall find the guest room, currently used for storage.
Not a bad idea.
At the moment, the house is only minimally devised some innovative arrangements. A few paintings, for instance, would breathe new life into the abode immediately. With that, sir, you've seen the full lay of the land. Corfo Bianco is a beautiful estate, though one must admit,
time has taken its toll. Forgive me for being forward, but if you were to choose to invest a small sum towards its beautification, consider me at your service on the matter.
Tamamdır.
I think I'll take you up on that. Be sure to come and see you if I decide to do any remodeling. Mentioned the place could stand to be spruced up.
Oh, most decidedly, sir. The question is where you would like to begin this rejuvenation.
Been thinking about the outer walls. Maybe a fresh coat of paint or some patching.
If I might dare to make a suggestion, why not start with a general renovation? I once oversaw such work at Admiral Rompelli's summer residence. The effects were simply
Yap ya.
breathtaking. Not only did the residence positively sparkle afterwards, but we also made room to display the Admiral's armor and weapons, of which he was a passionate collector.
Oh, direkt 5000.
It's in your hands then. Make the place shine.
I shall get to work immediately. Within a day's passing, I shall have sent for the crew which rebuffed the Admiral's residence. They are the finest specialists around. Highly skilled at what they do, it shall not take them too long, I wager. 2 days after they begin, your eyes will behold your residence in its refurbished, rejuvenated, beautified state.
Eyvallah.
Is there anything else you require, sir?
Got these spacious grounds. But maybe it's time to make them more useful.
Oh, yes, we certainly should. The way I see things, given your trade, sir, you would be wise to put in a grindstone and an armorer's table. A good way to start things off, don't you think?
My armor needs work from time to time. You know, oil this, reinforce that. Could use a decent work table where I could do all that.
Admiral Rompelli once hired a specialist who made the finest armorer's tables this side of the Yeruga. I will contact him at once.
Good. Order me up a table like that.
Immediately, sir. I expect it will take at most 1 day to arrive. Will you be needing anything else, sir?
In my trade, my blades get dull pretty quick. Could use a grindstone.
Of course. No.
Then send out for one, please. A high-quality stone to be set up in the yard.
Of course. I shall send a runner to town at once. Will you be needing anything?
Know what? Changed my mind. Not in the mood to talk about redecoration today. But I wanted to ask you something else.
I shall be glad to answer your every question, sir.
Neyse şu ev yapılsın.
Thanks.
Sonra bakarız diğer şeylerine ya.
See you soon.
Üç gün bekleyeceğiz. Bileği taşının gelmesi 1 gün. Onlar da 1 gün. Şimdi burası ara hol gibi. Burası yemek, mutfak olacak. Burası ana mekan. Burası yatak odamız olacak. Yani tabloyu as. Tablo astım. Av ganimetini yerleştir. Buralara şey yapacağız. Av ganimetlerini buralara yerleştirebileceğiz. Topladığımız. Şu bir resim daha var. Onu da asayım ya. Dur şuraya. Şöyle dursun. Topladıkça buralara Ha, kitaplarımızı buraya mı şey yapıyoruz? Ay. Ay. Atamıyoruz mu bunları buraya? Kütüphane mi burası sadece? Koyayım buraya kitaplarım işte. Burası yemek masası. Burada yemek yiyeceğiz. Tabloya as diyor. Yok ki. Neyse alırız tabloya bulurdukça. Doldururum ben buraları tablolara, güzel güzel olur. Burası da misafir odasıymış ama şu an depo olarak kullanıyorlarmış. Şöyle bir tane yatak atmışlar işte falan. Hep malzemeler falan var. Tamam. Burası tamamlanınca geliriz. Şimdi şunları alalım, sarıları. Sonra da bakarız. Ben nasıl gideceğim oraya ya? Ya benim at gene yok ya. Abi böyle olmaz ama atsız gidemem ki. Yok. Atsız gidemem abi. At lazım. At yok mu lan? Abla at yok mu? Ya yapma gene. Çağıramıyorum. X'e basıyorum ama at gelmiyor. Oy değirmenler falan var. Gel değirmenleri. Değirmen. Öf be. Var güzel bir yer lan. Her yer bağ bahçe. Ana. Oluyor lan. O ne? Oh. Oha. Vuramıyorum ki abi, sürekli böyle kaçacak mısınız? O artık yarı can mı aldı o? Hadi be.
Giant centipede spawning ground.
Yuva yapmışlar buraya ya. Şunlara bak. İt. Siz kimsiniz lan? Buralara yuva yapaysınız. Aha atımı çağırabildim lan, ulan gel lan kızıl göz. Bir tipine bakacaktık. Ne oldu dayı? He? Ne demek? Ne demek? Uçuma bak be. Şatafatlı oldu ha. Neredeymiş o ya?
Rolling on an empty stomach.
Sonra şuna gideceğiz. Köprüden geçeceğiz.
But to my sommeliers, and they are unanimous on the matter. So, if I am...
Mama says that if someone's really, but I mean really...
I placed...
Whoa!
But I made the best offer.
Mademoiselle, monsieur, we must remain calm.
Ne oluyor? Sorun ne?
For 4 generations. That is how long my family has been producing wine.
Producing plonk unfit to drink, you mean? Which is exactly why you should sell Belgat to me, not him.
As a ducal clerk, I must look after the duchy's best interests. Belgard currently belongs to the treasury. The minister of the treasury has clearly expressed his desire that Belgard be handed over to a responsible steward. Yet, diverse troubles beset both your present holdings. Until you resolve them and thus prove yourselves competent, selling Belgard to either of you is out of the question.
Well, Happy, this is your fault.
Mine? You're deranged, woman. Hark, good folk! Be it known, Matilda de Vermentino is a cursed, spiteful lunatic.
Doesn't look cursed to me. Just really, really angry. Ticked her off quite a bit, you have.
Truly, how would you know? A shrew tamer, are you?
Better. A connoisseur.
I see we speak the same tongue. So tell me, the swords, you merely wear them to intimidate? Or do you actually use them?
Tools of my trade. I'm a witcher.
Not seeking work, are you? You see, I wish to buy a vineyard, Belgard. Yet that bloody bureaucrat's not likely to sell it to me until I settle my troubles at home, at Coronata.
What kind of troubles we talking about?
It's botched in more ways than one. The herbarium, infested with monsters. My steward, gone missing, with an entire transport of wine. And someone's abducted my herbalist.
A lot of bad luck for one little vineyard.
If you ask me, it's that Matilda, her handiwork. A sugar-sweet face, a temper sharp as horseradish. So will you help?
Good look into it, but not for free.
That goes without saying. What is your rate?
Vallahi giderler falan bayağı ev mev aldık biliyor musun dayı? Sen şöyle bir 150 kağıt daha sıkıştırsan şu 850 anlaşırız. Ya yapma böyle ama ya. 830.
Not reduce it a shade?
Hadi 810 olsun ya. Hadi bak son.
Could you not reduce?
Hadi 800 olsun ya. Ne olur.
Sounds
Tamam.
fair.
Sure
Para
sounds
lazım,
like
ev
one for a
yaptırıyoruz
witcher.
hacı ya.
Yeah, I'll help.
I am really, truly grateful. My vineyard lies east of here. You're sure to find it. Now forgive me. I must talk to that quill pusher. I might win him over yet.
Psst. You're a witcher, yes? I heard you talking to that oafish ogre Liam. Disgusting man. The worst sort. first seduces with a dashing gaze, the fair face, then reveals a coal black heart. But that's all beside the point. I stopped you because I want to buy Belgat too. Alas, things are rotten at my own vineyard, Vermentino.
Strange coincidence.
No coincidence. I am certain Liam's thrown a stick in my spokes. Several sticks. My cooper and blacksmith both have mysteriously vanished. Man-eating plants have sprouted on my paths, and strange things are afoot on Pheasant Hill. The list goes on, but the crux is one. I must solve my problems at Vermentino if I'm to stand any chance of acquiring Belgard. Would you help me before you help Liam? I'm willing to pay more than he's offered you.
Öde. O bana 800 verdi, o zaman sen 860,
I sense we're close.
850.
Fine. Settled.
I can help. At least try.
Wonderful. You've no idea how much that means to me. My vineyard lies due west.
Tamam ya, hadi. Boş yapıyorsunuz ha.
I shall stay here for a time. I must make certain Liam does not pull some stunt while my back is turned.
Gotcha. Farewell.
Evet. Üç tane kaldı. Şu ve şu. Bunları da şuradan ya da şuradan yardırıp bir dahaki bölüm alırız. Bugünlük burada bitireyim ben. Burada save'imi atayım. İzleyen herkese çok çok teşekkür ettim. Çok sağ olun izleyen varsa. Bir dahaki bölüm buradan devam edeceğiz. O görevleri toplarız. Sonra hepsini yavaş yavaş yaparız. Burada görevler gördüğünüz gibi birikiyor. Bir sürü olmuş. Şunlara bak. Bunlar ikinci görev. Kontratımız var. Tamam, levelimiz de yetiyor. Hepsi zaten 38 level olmak üzereyim. Çoğunu yapabiliyoruz bunların. Hepsini aradan çıkartırız onları da aldıktan sonra. Neyse. Hepinize iyi geceler diliyorum. Bir dahaki bölüm görüşmek üzere. Kendinize çok çok iyi bakın. Hayırlı akşamlar. Hoşça kalın. Bay bay.